right, just left the dentist's office. Do you have insurance, Gibson? No. Yeah, my insurance is Gibson's Lawn Service. I'm paying out of pocket. I paid him what he wanted. I need to get a little bit of work done. Nothing major. But anyway, let's read this comment from Seth Young. Seth says, Gibson, if a millionaire told you that he invested $20,000 into your business for your service, then he did help create your business. Why? Because all your customers that did what he did is the reason why you have a business and it is profitable. Without them, you'd be back working a W-2. See, God allowed them people to call you and pay for your service when they could have went cheaper elsewhere and got the same service. They feel like you're treating them as another number, like you're not the same as when you first started working their property. If your other customers that invested the same amount of money as he did start feeling the same way, then you must see that they're starting to feel you're being careless of their property when they're paying you top dollar. They can easily pay less and get the same carelessness from a cheaper company. When you take God out of the equation and it's all you, then you see the change go the other way. You lose investors to cheap vendors. Now, let's be clear. My clients are not my investors. Say it again. My clients are not my investors. Now, I've never said this, but y'all can go back to my videos in March when I picked this guy up as a client. And since March, I have been bending over backwards for this guy since March. Since March, I first picked this property up. Every week, it is something. It is something every single week. Like, let's take those beds right there. You see those beds? He would take a picture and text me about a weed that's popping up. And normally when I get to the property, I see the weed and grab it. When I first did the initial cleanup on his property, that initial cleanup ran him a grand total of $4,700. Did the cleanup. Oh man, this looks awesome. He even told a couple of his friends about me. Oh man, this looks so awesome. And then a week later, after he paid the invoice, I always tell people, don't pay until you're satisfied. Now that might come back to bite me one of these days by saying that. How do I get? Oh, I'm confused on how this road is going. Oh shoot. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm about to just do a legal turn on this road. I hope I ain't just hit nobody. Did I hit somebody? I didn't hit nobody. I don't think I hit anybody. We're gonna do a legal turn and we're gonna keep going. So he paid we walked the property. He paid the invoice and he called me a week later and said, "Man, I got weeds popping up." And I said to myself, "Dang, man, did I make a mistake?" So I went back out there, and what it was an area. It was an area I blew all the leaves out, and I grinded 7 stumps. 7 stumps. And I told him, I said, look, you're going to have weeds popping up over here. Every time I come, I will run my mower in this area and stick a string trimmer in it. That was the first callback I had. And then every week it was something, every single week. And that following week, I did a major $5,000 cleanup at his restaurant. Oh, he was so excited. Week after that, I had tore his fence down and hauled it off. That was another $1,800. Week after that, I had done a 4-pallet side job. First, I had done a 4-pallet side job. Week after that, he was calling me, telling me his sprinkler system wasn't working. I told him I don't work on sprinkler systems. Week after that, he was calling to help me replace some parts on his sprinkler system. I told him I didn't replace sprinkler. I went over there anyway to help him. A week after that, it was what was it? Yeah, a week after that, he wanted me to re-rock the driveway, the parking spot. There was a few parking spots at the restaurant he wanted me to re-rock. I re-rocked it. Went and got some limestone. What it was a week after that. Now I'm charging him for all this, of course. It was always something. It was always something. And I was bending over backwards for the guy. Still, I appreciate the guy business. He spent money with me. But that guy didn't invest in my business. Without him, you'll have a W-2. That's not true. I'm going to look at a property right now. And look, over the weekend, I done a huge rock job. Biggest job I ever done. Never done it before. Lied and said I did it before. End up doing the job and the guy loved it. I just got another call and I'm pretty sure this guy gave this lady my number. She want the same thing. She want a rock walkway leading from her driveway to her backyard and she want me to resell it. What you have to understand is nobody built my business but me. The Lord opened the door and I walked through it. The Lord opened the door and I walked through it. Now, forgive me, I'm at a stage in my life, I don't want to work for poor people anymore. I only want to work for people that's well off. I just went to the dentist's office. I don't have any health insurance. I don't have any dental insurance. So I pay out of pocket. I went in there, I got some x-rays done, I got a deep cleaning, $350. He told me it's everything in my bag. He said, man, you got some fillings on this side we need to kind of take out and refill. That's gonna be like out of pocket is like $440. On this side, I got a couple of fillings and I need a crown. That's like $1,400. Guess what? I already done booked the appointment. I'm planning on getting it done. What you have to understand is I'm not building that doctor's business. Because when I got there, it was 5 people in front of me. When I left, it was several people in the lobby. Without this one $20,000 account, I can guarantee you that ain't gonna stop nothing. I lost that $100 property the other day. That ain't gonna stop nothing. I lost them 2 $85 properties back to back. That ain't gonna stop nothing. You wanna know why? Because none of these people was here in 2014 when I started my business. It's 2025 now. Oh, you should have been $1 million company by now. And as I've said a million times, I'm a slow learner. But once I catch on and I grab a hold to the information, I have the information for life. And what you guys have to understand is, when is my next turn? I'm looking at the GPS. What you guys have to understand is, your client don't dictate whether you feed your family or not. You dictate that. The person staring back at you in the mirror dictate how successful you're going to become. 9 times out of 10, this job I'm going to look at right now is going to be every bit of about a $2,000 to $3,000 job, which is nothing to a lot of people, but it's something to me. I'm not going to lose no sleep because I lost that client. If anything, I'm going to be honest. Every time that guy texts me, my heart will drop in my stomach because I know it's some foolishness. I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't have to do the commercial property on a Saturday morning. It's got to be done before 10 o'clock before they open. I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to worry about his property. And I hope he don't think I was bluffing when I said, yeah, find somebody else. And what I don't want him to do is, well, man, you just keep maintaining my house. I get somebody else for the restaurant. No, it's over with. I'm going to go service everything this week. And after that, you cut me my check and we're done. But anyway, about to pull up at this new client house, give them an estimate, go from there. Catch y'all on the